All right, now we're going to dive into the meat and potatoes of every week, which is the question and comments from you out in our audience. These are all pulled directly from our YouTube channel, our website, or sometimes from our email at questions@electricbikereport.com. So if you've got burning questions, just remember you can always reach us, and hopefully we'll be jumping into yours next week. But let's start things off with a question we got from, I believe it's David Poe with 2 O's 66 at Velotric Fold 1 Plus review on YouTube, who says, I take it this bike wouldn't be good on gravel. If not any folding bikes that would be, or excuse me, are there any folding bikes that would be? Great review.
Well, thank you, David.
Well, definitely David Poe with 2 O's.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Also, I wanted to say I love meat and potatoes, so I'm glad we made it to this section.
Heck yeah.
So anyway, I obviously tested and reviewed the Fold 1 Plus there, and during my testing, I did briefly take it on a couple of gravel sections. So one was like a pea gravel parking lot area, and then another one was a sort of behind our area spot where there's some like full-size large gravel. And it actually did a surprisingly good job in both places. A little bit smoother on the pea gravel than the huge gravel, but the suspension fork helped out a lot there, and then of course the 20x3 knobby tires that the bike comes with, that's what they're there for. So if you are going to choose this bike and ride it in areas like that, I would recommend dropping the handlebars down a little bit lower. So steering can just be a little harder to control with bars that are high due to the bike's long reach. That is pretty common on a lot of folding e-bikes, but just something to keep in mind. Actually, one thing that we liked about the Fold 1 Plus is the fact that the handlebars are a little bit wider than you find in most cases. But
more stable.
In any case, so with that in mind, this is not a gravel bike per se. So if you are looking for a folding bike that is specific to gravel, there is one that we know of out there called the Brompton Electric G Line. That's a pretty new e-bike that is specifically made towards gravel, and of course has Brompton's very quick folding technology built in there. So it's not on the it's on the pricey side for sure, but you can definitely check that one out. But other options out there, the Lectric XP4 may be a good one. And the reason that I recommend that really is the differences in geometry there. So Lectric switched to a 0-degree stem, so that brings the handlebars a little bit closer, makes it a little bit more ergonomic and comfortable, just a little bit easier to steer. But with that bike, you would probably want to look at swapping out the tires. So Lectric did sort of a custom tire tread pattern on that that doesn't really have the knobby tread that you would need for riding on gravel. So you would need to probably look at that. But to round that all out again, if you're looking for something right out of the box that's, pretty affordable, the Fold 1 Plus is still a good option there.